Welcome to Inside the Doghouse. This is Parker Munson.
Derek Scher.
Jonathan Maynard.
And our guest this week, Jacob.
Hello, I'm Jacob VanDeWalker.
He is if you want to know anything about stocks, this is the guy to go to, and we're going to talk a lot about stocks this episode.
Alright, so we're on episode 8.
Yep.
Yes,
Here
sir.
we are, climbing out, getting out there, doing a lot of different things.
Yeah.
I'm excited, we got a lot of different guests. Excited to have VanDeWalker on.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be aiming the stocks towards more at the end of the episode. So.
Yep.
Yes, sir. Get into it.
So did you hear about that hockey player that got hit in the head with the puck and died? He's like 19
I did.
19
Yes.
years old.
When?
Yep.
Insane.
Just happened like
Earlier
last week.
this week, I think.
Yeah.
He got a 19-year-old. He was in Russia, middle of a game, dude. Hockey puck hit him in the head, and it killed him. That shit's just
Is
crazy.
that something that happens often in hockey?
I've never heard of that.
Not for a long time since they,
They used to play with no helmets. dude.
exactly.
Right.
They used to be wild.
But that's the crazy thing though, is like even with all that, is it still not enough? Like,
Yeah, is
that
there
should
something-
never happen.
Yeah, like
you
a
know
kid
what I mean?
really
Like,
lost his life.
19 years
Like,
old.
it just hit him in a sweet spot. Did
I
it
don't-
hit him in the helmet, or were the like?
I don't know exactly
I'm
where
not
it hit
100%
him,
sure. I
but
just know he got hit in the head with the puck. Yeah.
Yeah.
During the
Yeah.
game.
Oh yeah.
and yeah, there should be no excuse for something like that happening. But it could be that one in like a million.
Right.
Yeah.
Just the right
I mean,
everything.
have you ever seen that highlight? This dude was on a fast break, and then he got checked and flipped, and his skate hit the goalie's neck, and then you just see the goalie go like
Yes, I have.
this. The goalie
I have
lived
seen
though. It cut his carotid artery, and the goalie ended up living. But
Yeah, that shit was
Someone,
crazy.
I think I heard about that. Someone actually like came out and jumped on the ice and was able to like
yeah,
put
like,
some pressure right on
Yep.
the jugular until.
Yeah.
There's a video of it live.
That's
Yeah.
quick thinking.
yeah, that shit's crazy.
that
but
shit's insane.
maybe they do need to put some more. Sometimes like football, it can get annoying, like the safety precautions. But when you think about what it prevents, it can be worth it because
Yeah.
like that shit, bro.
And in
my kid-
hockey, that's
if-
like one of the most violent sports, so that one needs it more than like any. in
I
my
can't
opinion.
imagine just how his parents like. I just can't imagine that.
Yeah,
But LeBron, he became a part owner of the Boston Red Sox.
I've seen that.
It's pretty sweet.
He said
yeah.
that his goal is to own an NBA team.
Yeah, I think it's cool. He's
He
definitely.
won't own an NBA team until he's out of the NBA.
Yeah,
True.
I also agree.
That could be in the next 5 years though.
Who
But he's an
knows?
entrepreneur, bro. I like what he does. He's a good person outside of basketball. Sometimes he talks like he just bitches so much on the court, but he's a good person. He has his own high school in
Yep.
Akron, and every single kid that goes there, it's just all low income students. But
Yep.
every kid that goes there gets a free full ride to Akron if they graduate.
Yep. if
That's all they
want
got to do is graduate, and they get a free full ride to the University of Akron.
Which
That's
is dope.
awesome.
Hell
That
yeah.
is cool.
You know.
I can't stand how political he is personally, but
Yeah, but he does do good
Yeah.
stuff. I like how he does that for sure.
100%.
But
I
then,
agree with everything.
Andy Dalton to the Bears.
Seen that?
that is so funny to me.
That's
Yeah.
great.
I thought it was hilarious. Like, oh
It's
man,
like
I was
at-
getting nervous. Like, oh, the Bears are about to be really nasty.
At
and
least the
then-
Lions aren't the only dumbasses. in
Yeah.
the
Right.
NFC.
Well, I seen a package that the Seahawks got from the Bears, and they just didn't accept it.
They were trying to get Russell,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're not going.
No.
Nope.
For
they
what, bro?
said- Literally.
For what?
Everyone's switching up their quarterbacks, trying to do what the Bucks did.
They're not gonna
Not
work.
gonna happen.
It's
No.
not-
Brady.
There's only one Tom Brady.
Yeah, there
And
is.
you want Andy Dalton over Mike Trubisky?
Bro,
Like,
Andy Dalton is a Mitch Trubisky, except
Right.
he's been 10 years of Mitch Trubisky, bro. Like,
Right.
he's never really accomplished
I don't think
nothing.
he's ever even won a playoff game. He's made it to the playoffs. Like, the Bengals used to be nasty, if you guys don't remember.
They
They make
used
playoffs
to.
like every year. They just never could get past the first round.
Back when they had
Trash.
Chad Ochocinco.
Marvin Jones
Yeah.
was the coach, right? Not Marvin Jones, the receiver. Wasn't their coach
Marvin
was
Jones played for him, though.
that light-skinned guy? No, his name was Marvin Jones.
Yeah,
the
I know,
head
but
coach.
Marvin Jones, he played for the Bengals before he came
He
to
did?
Detroit, yeah.
I did not know that. That's wild.
I don't know that either.
Yep.
Marvin Jones Jr.,
Yeah.
not Marvin Jones, the coach.
I wonder if that's his dad.
Maybe. I doubt it, but
Yep.
I
Yeah, I
haven't
have
seen
no
something
clue,
about
but
obviously a huge thing going on right now, March Madness.
Yes, sir.
It's a little too late to join now, but you can still enter the brackets you've already made at ESPN. If you just type in Inside the Doghouse, enter our little group, and we'll see whose bracket does the best. Ohio State completely
Major
shit
upset.
on my bracket.
Major upset.
Most people's.
Yeah, I think after I looked at that, I went through every single. I made 25 brackets. Went through. Oh my
God.
all of them gone. All that time wasted.
Yeah, I think me too.
You didn't pick
honestly.
Oral one time. You don't ever pick like an upset bracket?
Not that one though. I picked a
Yeah,
lot of
that's not the one I
upsets, but
picked.
not that one.
And then the Purdue upset too.
I
yeah,
didn't
the
pick
Purdue
that
upset
either.
screwed me too.
That
I-
screwed me also.
I literally
So-
bet on every single game.
Shit's crazy.
Who do you guys have winning like the whole
Michigan.
Michigan?
You already know, bro. I'm pretty-
Illinois in one of my brackets,
Oh.
Michigan in the other.
Yeah.
I have Gonzaga winning it all.
See, I have a bunch of different
You're one of
teams.
those dick riders, huh?
But see, look at 96.5%, bro. I'm still almost at 100, and see, I have Michigan winning, Iowa winning, Houston winning, Baylor winning,
lot of
Gonzaga winning, Alabama winning, Texas winning. I have a lot of different brackets
the Texas
made,
one's the one that got shared.
and oh yeah, bro, we got a shout out from an ESPN reporter.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet. Rebecca Grant. So thanks for that. That was dope, bro.
That
We
was cool.
appreciate that shit.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, we made a bunch of different brackets, and all of them are already gone. There was 121 million, or no, not 100, 21 million brackets made, and after yesterday, only 112
Yeah,
remained.
it was like
Yeah.
100,000.
That's insane.
Bro, that shit's
So some people actually did predict Ohio State getting upset.
Oh yeah, a lot of people predicted that, but just
That
with
was
all the
you know,
other
that-
upsets.
That prediction was in like their 8th or like you said their 25th fucking bracket. They're like, okay,
Oh.
we're gonna make an upset.
Yeah,
I guarantee
I
you.
see.
Nobody actually with their first bracket. I want to meet a motherfucker that did that.
Dude, like the only,
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking. And it's like
Your
the
first
only
bracket,
people,
like Oral Roberts.
only people that would do that
For
is
sure.
like the fans of that team, where they're like be the only people that do that, and even then, they would pick them to lose because they have no way they win.
Right.
Like, but
Exactly. That'd be like Western winning.
literally,
Yeah, I mean, it's just.
what?
I couldn't believe it. I looked at my wife and I was just like, you don't understand what's happening right now.
Dude,
This shit
like-
ain't supposed to happen, babe. We
Literally.
ain't getting that million.
I'm
It's gone.
just like, what the hell? Like, this is insanity.
They give that
Like,
million out every year because nobody's ever gotten it.
Nobody's ever, and that's why. Because Ohio State.
that is
I
why.
rarely root for Ohio State. I'm a Michigan fan.
I definitely
And you
wasn't,
guys let me
but
down like that? Like, damn.
That's
just
one
was
game I
wild.
thought for sure they were gonna win.
Shit,
but-
look at my parlay hit. Look at this right now. My parlay hit turned $4 into 17. I always, bro. I
How
literally
many team parlay?
6.
Can't believe you didn't get more than that.
Well, that's because I do different. Some
Not bad,
parlays
though.
I do a lot of upsets and I only throw like $2. But if they hit, then I win like 100. But there's parlays where you can pick a lot of the favorites, like 5 or 6 favorites. Throw $4 on there, get 20 back, and you're really not taking a huge risk.
Yeah.
Because, look at the teams I betted on. Florida State beating NC Greensboro, Kansas beating Eastern Washington, LSU beating St. Bonaventure,
Yep.
Creighton beating Cal Santa Barbara, Alabama beating Ionia, and Colorado beating Georgetown. All are huge favorites, bro. And I still quadrupled my money.
Right.
So,
Either way, it's worth it.
Oh, yeah. Look, I got my 11-team parlay. So far, all of them are right so far. That one is $5 into 60. So that's surprisingly, these must be a lot of big favorites because that's really not that big of one. But
That's a huge parlay to win and then only make $60.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
but it's
Because the NBA ones, you can do those and you'll get like
that's
70, 80
because
bucks.
the NBA, everybody's really good.
Right.
Exactly.
Anybody could win on any
Anything
given
can
night.
happen.
In March Madness, bro, I've literally on every single day I'm gonna bet on every single game that is played. And I want to keep track of how much money I make, because so far I've made like $80 yesterday. And with Michigan State, if you add that in there, I made 120.
You had them to lose?
No, remember they had the promotion.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, the promotion. Yeah.
The promotion.
They had to
was on
lose
last
by
night.
like whatever amount.
Yeah.
Made some money on that.
$45. If you don't even like sports betting, log on, put $50 in, right after the game, withdraw 90. It's 100% guaranteed you're gonna win bet, and then never use the shit again until the next promotion. And you will. It's almost just free money, free $40.
Yeah, like, I got that free $45 the other day. Literally, he just texted me. He's just like, "Hey, put $50 in FanDuel. If Michigan State loses, as long as they don't lose by like 80 points or something."
And it ended up being like 120, bro. They would have had to lose by.
So
I think
that was
making
a
money is
no-brainer.
good, but the only thing I don't like about it is they're getting people addicted to gambling.
That's the thing, though. Some people
Some people
Some
do.
people
Yeah.
don't. There's no.
Through
there's never
microtransactions, because like that $5 every time.
But I
Right.
never.
it may
bet.
not be, you know.
I still haven't put a single dollar into this, bro.
Me either.
I
It's
got
all
that
been
free 100. I withdrew 400 a couple last week, and I'm back up to like 150 right now, and I still have like $70 in bets today. So that 150 could be like 250 by the end of the night
If
all
you
of them
hit everything.
Hey, man,
And that's
I'm pretty
all
good
off
at
the
this
free
shit,
money
bro.
they give you in the beginning.
Yeah, we're
like-
pretty good at this shit at Inside the Doghouse.
Yeah.
I feel like. But who's your guys' favorite March Madness winner? Johnny, we'll start out with you.
to win it all.
Still at this point, from what you've seen.
I'm gonna go with Michigan, but my side little bet would be Illinois.
What
Yeah,
about
I was,
you?
I was just gonna say, like, I'm a Michigan fan, but I mean, Illinois is looking great. I mean,
Looking
they're hot right
great at
now. It's
the
not a
right
team you want
time.
to bet against at the
No.
very least. Like,
No.
And there's also another. I got Michigan just because I can't go against them, but that's also very. I think if we get Livers back, then we have a good chance.
Yeah.
If
not,
we don't get him back, I think
Hey,
it's gonna be hard.
Johns Jr. stepped up today.
Oh yeah. Oh, well, I'm glad to
He
hear
stepped
it.
up
Glad
today.
we whooped that ass like we were supposed to.
Yeah.
So that's
He
good.
came up
but
with some big plays, so
yeah, it's just I don't know.
if
Illinois
he keeps it up,
looks
we have a
good.
chance still.
Kofi
but-
Coburn, dude's a monster.
I like,
Monster.
I like Gonzaga in Texas.
Yeah.
Gonzaga sucks.
Gonzaga sucks. Yeah, they're gonna
Watch 'em
lose.
get eliminated,
I
though.
think they're gonna be out by the Elite Eight, guaranteed.
Oh, yeah.
almost.
you think so?
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
always made it. To
I
like
think
the
once they run
four.
into Alabama, if Alabama wins.
That's who. They're either gonna get out before the Elite Eight or they're gonna win it all.
Yeah.
I think. If they make it to the Elite Eight, then they're winning it all. Probably. I think they'll finish it out undefeated.
They could still get murked in the Elite Eight.
But there's a promotion right now that you guys
You're going a little
should
far there.
take advantage of. If you bet $5 or more on any team that they're gonna win the whole thing, you get $5 back
For every game,
for every
they
game
won.
that they win throughout the tournament.
Wait, can you do that right now or not?
Yep. Yep.
Like-
I'm pretty sure.
FanDuels or DraftKings?
FanDuel. I only do FanDuel. I use BetMGM. I use them all
You don't-
actually
oh,
for the
okay.
promotions.
I was gonna say DraftKings has some promotions
Yeah, I was
too
gonna say-
sometimes where it's like free money for
Yep,
like
all the
if a point scored or
promotions.
something.
Exactly. That's what. Definitely use them all. Utilize all the promotions.
Yes,
Don't
sir.
dump all your money in this shit. Just if
Use
you
the money
put-
they
Yeah,
give
use
you.
the house's
Yeah,
money.
exactly.
Exactly, yeah.
They're banking on you losing all of that and then putting more. Don't do that. Just
Nope.
Which is what Logan was talking about.
Exactly.
If you
don't want
run
that to
out,
happen.
just quit.
yeah.
You're
just
done.
like,
Yeah, literally, I ain't
you
putting
know,
no money
But
in there.
I'm telling you, if you listen to us, we don't run out. You will make some money. I'm telling you.
Definitely
I'm pretty,
listen.
Yeah,
I'm pretty confident in this shit. We've been doing pretty good.
we've
Man,
been
we've been
profit.
at it for about 8 weeks now. And definitely in profit. I made like $600 over the last 8 weeks. So that's not bad. Off of free money too. I haven't put
Nope.
nothing in.
No, that's good.
Johnny, what do you got anything on games this week?
Yeah.
I know you're a big gamer too.
I got a
Vandy
little
Walker,
bit.
at least you used to.
Yeah. Yeah.
That Outriders game.
I have it
That's-
downloaded, bro. I haven't
That's
played it yet.
coming to Game Pass. So you
Ooh.
don't even gotta buy it. Coming to
Okay.
Game Pass. So,
What's
but
it
it's
about?
only for Xbox. It won't be on PC or PS4. So it's only Xbox. But that's just coming to the Game Pass for free. So definitely do not pre-order it if you got Game Pass. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. We were a few weeks back. I think we were talking about that.
Yeah.
The demo to
I
it.
think with Stubbs.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's like I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's like you're in like a world, cause Earth, like the humans destroyed Earth, and you were on a spaceship, and you like flew to a new world that was inhabitable, and then you're part of a team that gets sent down to like recon the planet. but shit ends up going wrong.
So some 100 shit.
Kind of. But then you
I
get
like it.
shit goes wrong, you get injured,
You watched that?
and then you get put
Yeah.
into cryo
Good show.
freeze. And then after you wake up years later out of cryo freeze, and everybody that you
So
knew,
some 100 shit.
kind of, but everyone that he knew is either way older or dead.
Dead, right.
So it's just wild in that regard. But then you end up getting like shot back down to earth, and then you don't know what the hell's going on, and this like cult group like gets a hold of you and puts you out in like no man's land, they call it. And like there's this giant storm called the Anomaly, and like you get stuck in the storm.
Sounds a lot like the 100.
Yeah, it's insane, isn't
The
it?
Anomaly, everything.
But
Yeah.
then he gets hit with like a piece of rebarb, you get murdered, and then you wake up with like, you choose your class of like 4 different things. Like you can be like a pyromancer, or a trickster, or a technomancer, or a
Then it turns into what,
destroyer.
like an open world kind of game.
Pretty much.
That's
But
kinda
it's
cool.
not like 100% open world.
It sticks to the campaign a lot.
Kind of, but there's like side missions and shit too, but it's more like a dungeon game, like where you enter somewhere, you clear the place, you exit, you teleport out, and then you go along your way
Right. Okay.
type thing.
Okay.
And yeah, but it's loot based, like legendary rares, commons, all that kind of shit, armor wise and everything, but
The Tom
What's it
Clancy
called?
game.
Outright?
Outriders,
Outriders?
Yeah.
Sounds dope.
yeah. looks
Tom-
promising.
The Tom Clancy game, bro.
Yeah, that
It's a-
Ghost Recon,
That game
Breaking
is
Point.
sweet. That game
Man,
is
that
sweet.
shit
I like
is dope.
it.
We've been jamming on that lately.
Yep. Destiny 2. Anything update? Any updates for that? Haven't played it this week.
I haven't played it this week,
Ah.
but they added something. I forget what it was, but it wasn't another battleground or nothing this time. It was like a mission, I think. So it's not as big of an update, but still something, I suppose. And then they keep changing the dialogue to that exotic weapon quest, but
Oh yeah.
really it's just, the same shit right now.
Do you ever think humans will get to a point like that where we'll be living like one of these games we're playing? Sometimes I feel like when I'm playing the game, I'm like almost training.
Well, like, no.
Pretty much.
me working at Pfizer, I've kind of been seeing that it is like that. Like, when you have access, like, literally badges to beep, scan into certain places, have to leave your phone out,
Yeah, bro, like
switch into
somebody's gonna
smocks to enter
snap
certain
your neck
places.
and
It's
take
like
your
I'm
badge.
inside a video game of, like, I don't know if you've ever played Prey, but it's like you're inside an industrial complex that gets taken over by, you know, things called mimics, whatever, dark energy,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like, when you're inside a $1 billion complex, you get a weird sense of like, this is not normal. You know, where there's this big open metal doors when they open. It's weird, you know.
Yeah,
I've never
and that's the new
seen
Prey.
anything like it.
That's the remake of the original Prey, and the original Prey was way better.
Was
but
it? I didn't even know it was a
The
remake.
original Prey was like aliens too, but they weren't like mimics. You played like a Native American, and like Eagle Spirit is what guided you through the world and shit. But that game was amazing, and you were like on Earth,
Oh, so it was a futuristic remake.
basically,
The
of
new
the
Prey.
original.
Yeah,
Prey.
yeah.
And the original one, it was futuristic too. You had alien guns and shit like that, but you were on Earth, and they were just down there taking stuff over. And it was a creepy, weird game, but it was awesome. Like, you know, like, because, like, the doors would look like these, like, alien, like, butthole things or something. But, like, you'd walk up to it, and then it'd, like, open up with, like, slime and stuff, and then you'd walk through, and then it closes
wait a
behind
minute.
you. And, like, it was dope, though. Like, all the aliens and everything. It was just a dope-ass game ahead of its time,
Has
for
anybody
sure.
played Duke Nukem?
Yes.
Bro,
It was similar to that game in ways,
You ever
but
played it?
not the
You
same.
ever played it?
Like, you're talking from, like, the 90s?
Bro.
Any of them. Any
that
of them.
game, bro. Yeah.
I remember being a kid and then watching a stripper on a strip pole, like,
Yeah, I was
put her
like,
boobs in my face and stuff. I'm like, what is happening? Like,
I
whoa!
like this. I don't know what
yeah,
it is,
just like
but
this game's cool. Not even know what the hell's going on. Like, no story at all. Just like, oh, I'm pooping
There's a
down a
bunch
dude's
of-
head and kicking it through a field goal. Sweet.
Hell no.
yeah, bro, that game is wild.
Wild.
Hell yeah. But The space game that I've been playing is sweet.
Yep.
Nobody else has played it with me, so that sucks.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. I keep slacking.
Check it out.
I keep slacking.
Yeah.
Ubisoft and Xbox. You know how Xbox bought Ubisoft.
Did not know that. That's sweet.
They confirmed that they're gonna be coming out with some exclusives in the future. I don't know if it's gonna be with certain games like PS exclusives have been recently, where they get like a year advance of like DLCs or the access to the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or if it'll just be like straight up exclusive like Gears is on Xbox, but that seems promising, That could be any kind of Ubisoft game they make lots,
Right.
so we'll see what's going on with that. But
Oh yeah.
So is that like Ubisoft's like Bethesda?
Bethesda.
Bethesda.
they're
Yeah.
they're not the same,
I think it's so cool.
They're not
Say
the
that shit
same.
right.
but it's
Bethesda.
that's like someone that they work with. You know what I mean?
Okay. I want a new Skyrim to come out
Yeah.
now.
Make that shit for Inside the Doghouse. Throw a tavern in there or some shit.
Yeah.
Call it Inside the Doghouse. You have a little wooden plaque with some dogs on it.
Hell
Do
yeah.
that shit for us, man. That should be sweet.
I'm ready
Oh
for
my
that game
God.
to come out. I'm
Make a
excited for
troll
it.
That's
that
a
looks
good
like Derek.
avenue for you to start on, up like a brewery or something called like Inside the Doghouse.
Hell yeah. Make it, yeah, bro.
I don't make the beer. I just get it from places.
That's
He's
like
like, I'm
every
just
other
a company.
bar.
Well,
shit
not make the
company.
beer, but I mean owning a pub.
Oh yeah, I'd love to do that. That'd be awesome. Own a
Yeah.
restaurant or a brewery.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Our grandpa did.
Yeah.
First Mexican restaurant, authentic Mexican restaurant in Kalamazoo. La Concierta. Fucking like
That's
1960, yeah. Like 68 or some shit, 69.
That's badass. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Pops and Granny owned a restaurant, pretty sweet. But yeah.
So you're a guest today. We're gonna get over to your stuff.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and like you getting into the stocks and like what got you into it, and then we'll kind of roll off with some stuff we have for you.
So basically, once the quarantine hit back in March, the stock market kind of plummeted.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, so ever since then, it's kind of been making its way back up. A few months ago, I started working towards my real estate license and found myself with a lot of free time, so I wanted to look into stocks a little bit. So yeah, I mean, and here we are.
Going off from there.
Yeah,
yeah.
Love to hear it.
It's a great long-term thing. You have to be patient though. I mean,
Very patient.
like Warren Buffett says, it's a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. So
Feel that.
yeah, patience pays.
Oh yeah. Be patient. Be patient. All right. What's the top 3 stocks of this year that you've noticed? What are the 3 best buys overall? What are the companies, not best buys, but like what's grown the most?
So
I'd say Tesla would be my
Tesla
guess.
obviously is one. BNGO, Bionanogenomics.
Yeah.
I mean, I it's at around $9 right now. It peaked a little over $14. It was at, just a few months ago, it was at 49 cents a share or something like that. So
What do you think about Slack?
Slack.
Slack Technologies. It's like a Microsoft Teams group, and there's really no other competition. The only thing for them is that their competition is Microsoft. But it's something one of my buddies told me to look into. He said his financial, it's at like $26 a share.
Okay.
And he said it's either going to double like within a couple months or it's going to be worth nothing.
Sounds like anytime you have a company that's trying to disrupt a major industry like that, I think there's a ton of room for growth.
What do you think though about companies like that? Do you think that you personally, would you put your money in a company like that?
So, I want to look into it a little bit more. There's a lot of different things that you want to look into. Not just the fact that they're trying to compete with a big dog, because some people kind of get blinded by that. They're like, oh well, this company is only at $25 a share. Look at the competitor; it's at $500 a share, so they're gonna get to 500. That's not always the case.
Exactly.
I mean, market cap comes into play. CEOs, like, what if the CEO at this $25 stock has a history of just failing at companies? And I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Exactly. Yep.
So you have to. There's a lot of things you look into. CEOs are a really big thing.
And I know I wanted to talk to you about that. What are, from a person, if somebody just started investing and just wanted to choose a company, what are the numbers you look at? The little stats. What are the best ones to look at and why? To decide on if this is a good company. I know market cap can be pretty important.
Market cap. So as far as if you're looking at like a short-term investment, I mean, if it's a heavily shorted stock, kind of like what happened with GameStop and AMC.
Yeah. I made some pretty good money off that because you told me. Yep.
You had it at $7.97 a share, right?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
at $14 a share.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got like 6 or 7 shares too, and I still have it in my van. My Vanguard, I usually don't sell shit. It's not like Robinhood. I was way more apt to like just buy and sell, buy and sell.
Mm-hmm.
Vanguard, it's not as similar to that.
Well, you can't because there's commission fees and there's.
Well, see, I don't get that though. Because it's like I was grandfathered in. I used to work at Stryker, and so I got in them through Stryker, so I never paid no fees, and I still don't.
That's sweet.
Yeah, so it's like I'm never getting rid of that, unless even if they start doing fees, I just probably won't, sell nothing, but just buy because It's just bro, the GameStop, I could have made so much fucking money, but I took my money out of Robinhood. I had 20, 25 shares of that shit, bro.
Damn.
At couple bucks a shit, bro. Not rich, but I could have been
a good come up.
Good come up.
Yeah, I bought 50 shares
rich,
of it at
but
when it was at $90 a share, and then went up to $150, and I sold, and then it went up to $400 within a half hour after that.
Yeah.
Literally, I was so hurt.
So hurt.
Cause GameStop ran basically Chamath. I can't pronounce his last name. If you're in stocks, if you know Chamath, CHAMATH, and then his last name is P and about 24 letters after that. But he tweeted and he said, I just bought some options in GameStop that expire in a month. Instantly exploded from $70 up to $150, and then that's when I sold, and then an hour later Elon Musk tweeted GameStop, and then it went up to $400 and something. I mean, I mean that's
We've talked about that a little bit,
Yeah,
how these big influencers
Yeah.
can send a tweet out and they can just disrupt the whole market.
Yeah.
Do you think
have
that's
so
a good
many
thing
people.
or a bad thing?
I think it can be a good thing. I think it's a little fuck you to some
it's
people.
good. It gives
it
the
gives
hedge funds.
Yeah,
Exactly. But
Fuck
it's
the
also
hedge funds.
it can create. I don't know.
It can
We
also
don't
lose some
know.
people
I don't
some
know. Has
money.
this
I feel
ever
too.
happened before?
Yeah, with Volkswagen.
All right. So. I don't
Really?
know.
Yeah. I mean, that squeeze was even crazier. That's why, honestly, people say, anyone that knows anything about GameStop knows that the squeeze isn't done. GameStop's still going to go up a ton. It is. I mean, it's at $200 a share right now. It's going to keep going up. It's not just a meme stock. The CEO that took over that company, he is literally turning it into an e-commerce company. I mean, you're going to be able to buy games online, online. They're not. It's not a dying company. I promise you that.
Okay.
For sure.
I thought they're in
They're
the
just
water
acclimating.
gone.
Yeah, they're awesome. I mean, they're gonna keep doing good
So, with all that craziness with the GameStop and AMC and stuff, what do you have to say about the crypto?
It's been going wild lately. The Ethereum, the
Doge.
Dogecoin,
things. Yeah.
Bitcoin.
So I mean, cryptocurrency is an awesome way to hedge against inflation, basically. Which I mean is inevitable, especially with the way they keep printing money with stimulus checks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, basically, crypto is something that you'll see it online. People will say HODL, HODL, hold on for dear life. crypto's something you just literally hold on to forever. Like stocks, yes, you have to be patient, and you do hold stocks for a long term, but there's always a point where you sell. Yeah, there is, and even though I say like GameStop is gonna go up. Like I don't know that for a fact, but I'm confident that GameStop will keep going up. There's gonna be a point where you're gonna need to sell. Like, don't be like, oh yeah, Jake told me it's gonna just keep going up, so
Right.
I didn't
We're
sell
at 500 now. I'm just gonna keep
holding
on.
you know what I mean? Like technical analysis comes into play. You got to look at the charts at a long term. Look for teacup handles forming, bear flag, bull flags. I mean, like that's the thing. Like you can't just blindly put your money in. That's like I don't know. You just too many people use the stock market as an avenue to gamble.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what it turns
that's
into
for
a lot
sure.
of the time is gambling.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So do you think, speaking of craziness, because politics are always crazy, does the president affect at all the stock market? Because I see so many people blame stuff on either Biden or when it was
Jerome
Trump.
Powell. Well, dude. So yeah, like Biden does have effect in some sectors. Like Biden is the reason why I'm confident that the EV sector is going to be the biggest growing sector in the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Just because Biden's signing all of these policies, putting them in place to make sure that we're going green. I mean, all of the government vehicles are going to be electric.
Right.
Like
Yep,
he's
I've
already
seen
said that, and he's also wanting to make sure that they're U.S.-based electric. He's giving opportunities to the little guys because he said, in the past, too many times, we would not even give the little mom and pop shops an opportunity to build some of these parts that we needed because, well, we'll just use this mass manufacturer over in another country that can give us, for a cheaper price and
Get it to us right now.
yeah. So
Right.
yeah,
a
so
little patient approach.
Jerome Powell though is another one. Pretty much whenever he speaks, it's not good. I mean, the market goes down almost every time
Powell?
he speaks. Yeah, because he's always talking the bonds. The bonds is a big effect on the market.
Yeah.
If the bonds rise, we're screwed. I mean, that's why you always have to have some cash available to buy the dips.
Yeah.
Right.
You don't want to be fully invested into the market because then you're fully invested in the market. We have some red days. You lose 40% of your your portfolio, and then what are you going to do? Some people panic sell. No, you don't panic sell. You buy the dip. You buy the dip.
Yeah.
Warren Buffett, I mean, he preaches that.
Buy low, sell high.
Yeah.
Name of the game.
Fuck yeah.
So, are you personally a short-term holder or are you long-term?
Both. I mean, I think you have to have your portfolio diversified.
Yep.
So you should, regardless, throughout all of this craze, I've kept my BNGO and ZOM. Those are my at least near-term to long-term holds. I mean, ZOM, I'm not getting rid of until at least the next month because Trueforma is already starting to get commercialized, which is their new technology that is basically going to make it so if you take your dog or your cat into the vet and there's something wrong with them, he has to get a blood test. You don't have to wait all weekend to get the results. It's literally 18 minutes. 18 minutes later,
What's wrong? And
thyroid test, adrenal test, diabetes, gastrointestinal.
That's huge.
Like, dude, people love their pets, especially millennials. Like, more
A
people
lot of them aren't having
not
kids.
saying that older people don't, but you know what I mean. A lot of people our age, I feel like, care about their pets so much. Like,
Well, a
it's
lot
just-
of people our age aren't having kids.
right.
And they're
That's
sort
the
of
thing. That's our
replacing
kids.
those
That is their
kids.
kid.
Yeah, that's me.
exactly.
I have 2 cats. I have an automatic pet feeder for them, water fountain for them. A litter robot. Make sure they eat grain-free food, and that grain-free.
I
Not
just
for
switched my dogs to Blue Buffalo.
Okay.
So I made sure.
Is it grain-free?
I'm not.
I was gonna say
100%
dogs
sure.
can't process grain-free food the way that cats can.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't-
dogs
I don't
actually
think
get
it
heart
is.
disease from grain-free food.
Yeah,
So-
I don't think it is grain free.
Okay, yeah, just make sure.
Blue Buffalo is it's supposed to, from what I've read, because I never really looked into it, and then I was reading, and everybody said Blue Buffalo. And when I read the ingredients, I'm just like, damn,
Yeah, dude.
motherfuckers are eating good.
Yeah.
I mean, this looks better
Let me
than
get a
the
little
shit
bit of
I
that real
eat.
quick.
Yeah, maybe we should start eating this shit. Cause
Give me some.
the only thing in it is chicken liver. Then vitamin A, vitamin
Dude,
B,
yeah, okay,
all
good.
these vitamins.
That's exactly
and shit.
how this stuff for my pets are.
Yeah,
so-
that's what I make sure. We have a little Chihuahua too, and she's having seizures. She's my grandma's dog, so I was like, let's get her on a good ass diet, and she's been doing a lot better just from
Give
eating.
her some CBD. They
We're,
have the dog CBD treats.
we're gonna.
Yeah.
We just want to see. We don't know exactly what's wrong, so. Cause
Yeah,
I don't know, man. It
it
was
could
bad.
help.
It scared me. I thought she was gonna die.
just
The last
sitting
one. She's only like 2 years old.
That's
Too.
insane.
So
Yeah, so I mean
try
that's
to.
that's
yeah.
why I believe in Zomedica.
Yeah.
I mean, because obviously pets are important to us.
Oh, yeah.
And that kind of brings me on to BNGL. Aren't they trying to introduce something in like hospitals?
Yeah, the Sapphire system. So genome mapping, basically being able to get a bird's eye view of what the heck's going on in the human body. I mean, they've already found multiple different things that we've never been able to see before. Like they're going to be a huge player in being able to cure cancer. Like that's what a lot of people are saying.
But do you think they'll ever cure cancer?
Or they make too much money off it?
Or
Right,
did they
I know.
already?
Right.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the big
question.
thing. It's like there's too much Family Guy or whatever. It's like
Yeah.
you're never gonna find a cure for it. It's too much money. And
I don't know. I mean, I feel like, what if that's a... Do you think that it could ever... I'm not saying don't buy it as a stock, because I agree with you. I think you know what you're talking about. Do you think that kind of stuff, though, could ever be used for bad? Like, do you think it could ever be used...
some evil scientist gets a hold of it or something.
No, not like that. Just like... I don't know. I feel like our government keeps track of every single, like, if you're vaccinated or not, or what is wrong with you, what your family history is. Like, is your family history unhealthy? What if we ever get to a point to where the world's just too much and we gotta get rid of people? And that's, like, that just feels...
Population.
I think
control.
we're there already.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're already doing population control. That's the sad thing. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
That's why people aren't having kids. It's because they're like, why should I bring another one in this world
But
where there's
is
so
it-
many unaccounted
Why
for?
are people... Is that just... Because people's natural instincts...
Is to breed.
Is to breed
Right.
every living things. So is that something? Are they somehow programming people for that, or like what? How does? I just wonder. It has nothing to do with the stocks. Totally sidetracked, but it's
I'd say it's both. They're
Alright.
they're programming to breaking up houses and demasculating men and making women more masculine. Yeah, they're through our food and bringing down our hormones and our testosterone. Like,
you never know. I just wonder about that sometimes.
Yeah.
But
So-
how about pot stocks?
Yeah.
You think that's a good buy, bad buy?
You got in early.
With it being.
yeah. I mean, I got in at Sundial at $1.15. It ran up to like $4 and something. Didn't sell. Got greedy. That's why you don't be greedy. Take your profits if you have profits in the market. But I did sell at $2.50. I mean, I still doubled my profits in a day. Like, I was
Yeah.
happy with that. Like, and the only reason that ran up was because it became like a meme stock on Wall Street Bets and everything. Like,
Yep.
the good pot stocks, APHA
AFA.
and Tilray,
Yeah,
TLRY, they're
I've heard of
merging.
them.
Canopy growth.
What do you think about
Yeah,
Canopy?
Yeah,
Growth?
Canopy Growth is just like a huge player. They've always been
Yeah.
around. I mean, that's like your your Apple, or like that's like if Warren Buffett was gonna bet on a pot stock, that's
Yeah.
that stock.
I got in it at $12 and it's up to like 33 right
Dude,
now.
that is awesome.
Yeah, so
Oh yeah.
And you just holding it,
yeah, right now.
dude. That's what you gotta do, and
Yep.
that's just gonna keep going up.
I sold it for the first time when it went to like a record high. I think it was like 38 or something. Then I bought it back once it went back down a little bit. The first time I ever sold it, it was at a record high of like 28, and then it went up to like 32.
Dude, don't you hate when that happens?
And then I was just like, son of a bitch. And then it went back down to like 24. So I got it back for like, still made like $2 off of what I sold it for the first time. So I mean, whatever, you know, but.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't be emotional in stocks. That's the worst thing is when you buy a stock and then it goes down, or you sell
Yeah.
a stock and it goes up.
Oh yeah.
Yes, do not get invested in your stock, I feel
Right.
like.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
it goes
Invest
up and
into
you
the
like
stock,
fall
but
in
don't
love
get
with
yourself
the stock.
invested in
Yeah,
And then you
exactly.
don't want to sell it ever or whatever. Like,
Exactly.
don't do that.
No.
So I did have one more question I wanted to ask you was the airlines and cruise lines are coming back alive.
Yeah.
For sure.
I
Oh,
dumped
yeah.
I'm
a
at
bunch of money
Delta.
into those around March.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah,
like,
so the
Yeah.
cruise lines and the airlines are like my sector right now.
Yeah,
dude,
I'm
that's a
making
good sector.
Like I have United, I got at 30 and it's at like
Yeah.
60 something right now. So
Yeah, I got Delta at like, I don't even know what it was. It was low, but now I've doubled, and I'm up to like 30 something a share. I think on Delta, somewhere around there, 30 something, 40 something. So I mean,
Do you think they're gonna keep flying up?
Yeah, in Carnival Cruise Line.
Yep.
You know,
I have Carnival too.
I mean, I think they're gonna explode.
I have a
really
bunch of-
like what does everybody want to do? Like when this quarantine's over.
Travel.
And you get all that money, all that stimulus money.
And
You're going to hit a vacation or something.
100%. And you think that people are not gonna want to go on cruises? Cruises, I mean, like have been around forever.
Right.
Like it's not going
Literally.
anywhere.
No,
Like,
I have a buddy at work. He's going in November on a cruise.
Yeah. I've
Going
had
to Rome
a
for
couple
7
people that
days.
have gone.
Yeah.
I know a couple people that have already traveled with right now. So imagine when everyone.
That was me.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Plus the like, they're saying that most Americans should be vaccinated by the end of June.
Right. And I think herd immunity is a big thing too.
Right.
Massive thing.
I don't know if I want to get that.
I yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
not
I
going
think
to.
I think
I'm not
if you're
going to.
if
Yeah,
you're
I think
older and you're
everybody-
nervous about it, maybe, you know.
I
think
honestly am a true believer. The reason they're using the old people first, not just because they're highest risk.
Guinea pigs.
Yeah, guinea pigs.
Guinea
bro.
pigs.
Like,
Well, they already admitted that it's a test run.
Yeah, that's why they don't give it to kids
They
right
wouldn't
now.
even-
I didn't want to be a part of the
Or
test
pregnant
run, I
people.
know that.
or pregnant.
but
girls.
how do we
Yeah,
know what
or
happens?
pregnant girls.
How do we know what happens in 5 years? Like,
Right.
from
I work
this?
at the place where they make it.
Yeah, like,
Like-
how do we know what happens in 5 years from it? There's no
You
way to
don't.
know until 5 years.
Because they
goes
rushed
by.
that shit in 8 months when like a normal vaccine is in research and development for like
years.
7 years. Like,
See, I want to see. I just want to see what happens before I
Crazy.
put something in my body and my kids' bodies. In my opinion, like that shit's so. I don't know if I want to get that, but
I feel you.
I still think if most of the people get it, then that will be good. And then if
Yeah.
everything goes smooth, then I'll get it. But
yeah.
Right. Just like the flu shot. Hey, let that test out for about 50 years, then I'm like,
Yeah, like that shit's been around forever, bro. Like that's why I take that. I get fully vaccinated. My kids are fully vaccinated. Just
not the
all
COVID.
those
You're
other
not
ones-
fully vaccinated.
all those other ones have been around for
Years.
so long,
And they got developed for so long.
Well, they do get
Exactly.
redeveloped though. Every you know,
Yeah.
this flu shots that were gave
it
out 50
depends on
years
the
are not the ones
strain.
we're getting today.
Every strain is different
Right.
most of the time.
So
And they have to add shit to it usually
Yeah.
and stuff
a
like
flu
that.
shot is pretty much them taking the best guess at what strain is going to be the breakout strain this
Of
year,
this
and
year.
that's what they vaccinate you for.
Yep.
It's still a virus. With
You
COVID,
can still get sick. You can still
Yeah,
get something.
COVID is going to be around forever. My mom's a nurse, and that's what she told me. You can't get rid of a virus like
No.
that. Like you can't get rid of a virus in general. Like there's no cure for viruses.
That's like what they say, scientists say, like, old viruses from back in the ancient days are like, some of their strains are still frozen in the ice
Yeah.
caps of the poles, and that as they
You
melt,
could
it
kill
could
us. It could
release
kill us
those
all.
viruses again, like,
Yeah.
over
That is,
and
I've
over
read
again.
about that. A couple
Yeah.
of different things.
And that just goes to
I
show,
never heard
like,
about that.
you don't kill it.
Just
to reset.
pathogens frozen years down in glaciers
Yeah.
and shit. And like
It's crazy.
one person gets it and fucking kills the whole world off.
Yeah.
Like, just like
and
you know,
it
we
just
did the
spreads
Indians.
like that, like,
Chickenpox did with
Wild.
the Indian people and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It'd be insane. I watched oh man, what is the show called? I can't think of it. Anyways, did you have any?
Yeah, let's
anything
get back
else
on stocks.
that you wanted to add to the stocks?
So another thing you want to look for in stocks, aside from like market cap and the CEO earnings, obviously consistent earnings. I mean, if the company's not making money, probably,
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't invest.
probably
in
not a
it.
good long-term stock, you know.
Because I was looking at stocks one day, and it's amazing to me how many companies lose like millions of dollars every year.
Right.
But yeah,
Tesla.
like Tesla loses a
They
lot.
lost a lot of money for a long time, and,
See,
and that was still a good buy though. That's the thing. So
This
it's
is
like,
my
it's
thing.
not all black and white.
I
like
like
that.
Tesla, but I worked with this dude named Mitch. He's really big into stocks. He hates Tesla with a passion, like, because he would show me like this company loses money every year, and I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. Like the stock goes up, you know?
Yeah.
Right,
The
yeah, no,
stock
I-
goes up.
that's what I'm caring about.
Yeah, no, I have friends that did really well with that stock, even though it was losing money. So I mean, it's just
What do you think though? Do you think if you're in the stocks, should you care about like that? If if the stock's going up?
so I mean, if they're losing money every year, and you don't believe in the future of the company, obviously you should be worried. But I think the big thing was with Tesla. I mean, they were losing money, but we knew that what they were trying to do wasn't something that was going to happen overnight.
Right.
Yeah, that, all
Exactly.
that money
It's
goes
like-
into research
Yeah.
and all of that.
Yeah,
the
I mean,
planning. And,
Yeah, it's an amazing company. And it's not just
Do not
EV
count
vehicles.
Elon Musk out.
Right.
No.
So the market's changing too.
He is the 6ix9ine of the business world. That's what I like to say about him.
Dude,
he is
even-
he is 6ix9ine. Every time before he releases an album, some crazy shit happens with him.
Yeah.
Elon Musk isn't like that, but he knows how to get shit popping. Like
Yeah.
he knows how to make shit pop.
Xbox even reached out to him and want him to build like a replica of the Halo
And the
Warthog.
We talked
Like,
about that earlier.
They're asking Elon Musk to do that. Like that's just
You know,
crazy.
Elon Musk
You
gonna
know
look at that
how
like,
dope-
oh hell
Bro,
yeah.
He-
What if-
yeah, he's gonna
I feel
say
like he
yes. I
built the
guarantee
flamethrower,
it.
But once
didn't he?
again,
He built
yeah.
that one flamethrower.
Once again,
Yeah.
what if we're training ourselves? Like, what if that shit was really needed, the Warthog, one day, and we're living in a fucking aliens battling us? That shit's wild. But
Yeah, that would
that
be
is
wild.
crazy,
At least
bro.
we got Elon on our
Yeah,
side.
Elon.
Mass
Could be
produce them motherfuckers. Mass produce them.
But, he's a fucking genius, bro.
Yeah.
You can never count that dude out. But I really think he's like the 6ix9ine.
Isn't there like
business world.
16 types of intelligence or 6? And it's like there's I don't know all of them, but some of them are like intuitiveness and stuff like that. I think he's just got creative intelligence,
He's
like
a fucking
ideas of
genius,
just
bro.
ideas.
So many ideas.
His brain's just exploding with ideas. Like there's a video with an interview. He thought he was insane as a kid. Like,
Yeah.
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 Because all of the ideas that were going off in his head is like not normal.
So what do you think of, what are any stocks you want to talk about?
So I want to get back to like the next 5 years. EV sector I think is going to have the biggest growth. And
What are some
and EV is-
specifics?
Yeah.
electric vehicle?
Electric
Yep.
vehicle.
Yeah. So
What are some specifics?
Tesla,
Yeah.
Neo, XPEV.
I seen there's a new one coming out of Michigan. Let me see what the name of that was.
And then Apple is going to break into the EV market, I guess.
Oh really?
Yes,
Yeah,
I have some
Volkswagen-
Apple. I got it
Volkswagen's
on
gonna
their
have-
split.
By like 2030, Volkswagen's going to have like 6 gigafactories built to start mass producing EV batteries. And
Hell yeah.
yeah, dude.
Crazy.
Yeah, but just recently, China government just banned Tesla vehicles from military premises and like any like.
Are you a fan of not Chinese people, obviously, but China, the government? Are you a fan of them?
I mean, I don't really know enough about them to say whether or not I'm a fan or not, but
Yeah, I see. I think people are just. I think they try to just better their country like everybody else, because so many people hate on the government because
Oh, yeah.
of the type of governments, but because all of Europe is what kind of government, like socialistic, and it works good for a lot of them. So it's like, why are people so against it? If maybe that's just what we have to do. Like, maybe that's just what the world's going to. And we do, because we have, bro, people act like they don't remember. Wasn't there a news article saying if we don't better our ways on the environment, like, we're not going to be able to live here and by 2040 or some shit, 2050?
I mean, yeah, that's why we're.
That's why we have
EVs
to.
are huge.
We
Like
have to,
100. There's
exactly.
supposed to be 100% vehicle penetration by 2040, meaning every vehicle is going to be EV. That's pretty crazy to think about.
That's why, bro,
That'd be insane.
get into that. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good buy. Makes
100%.
perfect sense.
I had a question about stocks too. Do you care about the dividend yield at all? Like, do you?
I don't have any dividend stocks right now.
Okay.
See, to my-
I don't know. That's like a
You have to have a lot. For
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
You have to be a
this is a
millionaire.
different strategy of investing.
Right.
I feel
Yeah.
like like if you're gonna be a dividend yield investor, like you got to put a ton of your portfolio into that stock.
Right.
You know, and like
And then I guess if you keep it your whole life, all of that would add up. But
right, like
I feel like if you're a billionaire though, and you could throw like 10 million in a stock,
that
and it
means-
would pay out.
I watched this
but, like-
one guy on YouTube, Andre Ziek, and he's got like 200,000, I think, in his Robinhood. Literally, it's just like a dividend yield portfolio, and he makes like his rent and everything like that monthly from it. Just
That's crazy.
but 200,000. I mean, that's
That's
a lot of money.
money,
You know, and
right.
what's the dividend yield that he's getting? You know, like you look at like Kathy Wood. I mean, she's controlling ARK Investing, and they had like over 100% profit or something last year. Like, you know, like
that's insane.
unbelievable because and so I mean, and Warren Buffett, what like traditionally it was good if you could get like 5 to 10% gains on your portfolio a year. I mean, that was solid.
Everybody's trying to get 100 or more now.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, literally, like that's starting to become the new norm, which that's not gonna stay that way forever. That's why.
I feel like that's just instability to the companies.
Right, yeah, they're getting overpriced.
Right.
And that's why we have these random like just crashes and
Yeah.
but like literally just what we saw 2 weeks ago. Not really a crash, but a correction.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
Big correction.
I mean, we have. Oh, I don't want to crash anytime soon.
Hell no.
The corrections are healthy,
Right.
but yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
What are some companies that you think are overpriced? Do any
Honestly,
Everything
not a lot.
right now
Well, not a lot of the companies got. I mean, just 2 weeks ago,
got corrected back.
Yeah.
What
They should be.
companies?
Everything.
I mean, literally almost everything.
I was
like
low on all my shit was
BNGO was at 14 something. It's down to 9 something. So medical was at almost $3 a share. It dropped down to like $1.50, and it's back up to like $2.13 now or something.
Oh yeah.
The corrections is when
Yeah,
a lot
Tesla.
of the like people that don't know much about the stock market, that's where they lose the money.
Yeah.
Is the
100%.
corrections.
Yep, exactly. Yep, that's
And that's what you have
Better
to watch
sell
out too.
before
Like,
they correct.
even like looking at like a 10-year span of a company, like you'll see the dips in highs or whatever, and you
Yeah.
like it's like in a rig. I don't know what the word is, but
It's pretty. I mean, it's inevitable. Like though that's going to happen. If you look at the stock market over the last 98 years,
right.
it always crashes and it always
come
comes
back.
up.
Right. Exactly.
Like that's why you just have to hold.
History always repeats itself.
Yeah. With
Yeah.
things like that, it does for sure.
About anything.
All right, man.
Is there anything else you want to touch on?
Yeah.
No, I mean, there's nothing I can think of.
Well, we
Happy
appreciate
to answer
having you
any
on.
questions. Yeah, absolutely.
that's for sure.
Do you have any questions?
For him and
We
yourself.
talked about it. We were just talking about the pot stocks, really, you know.
Oh yeah.
Just if you think they're good to invest in and shit like that.
Alright. Well, episode 8.
Oh yeah.
Excited about it. Happy.
Hell yeah. We out here.
Oh yeah. Parker Munson.
Derek Scher.
Jonathan Maynard.
Jacob VanDeWalker.
All right, man. Have a good week.
See you next week.
Like, subscribe, all that.